capacitor, Dr. Emmett Brown himself, Christopher Lloyd! And our hero, the one, the only Marty, don't call him Chicken or Yellow McFly.
That's not enough for this guy!
Hey guys, welcome to Boston. Great Scott, indeed. We got the whole team here. It's amazing. Well, okay, wait. When was the last time that you saw everybody?
I saw you guys last year, but I haven't seen Tom in forever.
I
Because he had Trump like the president.
I actually, is this on? No.
Tom's mic's not on? Okay.
Oh, I actually thought about it, did the math, and I haven't seen Michael for 28 years.
He's great.
You great yourself. Still hot as ever. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, obviously we're all fans here. It's 33 years on with this film and with this franchise. It's kind of, you guys are very much like within the movie history. It's like you're part of a sort of a fairly small fraternity as far as movies that have this kind of legacy, this kind of fan base. Obviously, immensely successful, but when did it set in that this thing really had a legacy that was going to carry on across generations? Mike, you want to begin?
I don't know about legacy impressions. I mean, it was great when I saw that. I thought it was so specific time-wise that it only fits in generation. But it goes across people that the 50s are a lot further back than they were for us. Things are hard to relate to, but the thing I noticed about the movie is it's like other movies, for me, like Pulp Fiction or Godfather or Chinatown, you turn the channel and they come on and you just don't change the channel anymore. Back to the Future is like that. You're like, I change the channels and I see Chris and I go, shit, I'm gonna watch this.
Do you guys want to weigh in, like sort of when you noticed that legacy setting in? That was, I mean, I would say that it's across generations. Like, how many of you guys out there have younger sibling, a child, maybe a grandchild that like you're raising on this movie? A couple people, yeah.
Such an amazing thing that this movie is like, it just keeps getting more legs. Like it just keeps, people keep introducing it to their children and then their children's children because it's got such an amazing message. Like, that you should hit on your son.
But it's amazing to have a weekend like this one. So very many children under 6 dressed as Marty McFly. It's wonderful.
And they're the same size as me. They're nice. There's one size fits all.
They just got the clothes from the studio. Worked out great.
Yeah, and good point, because without Lorraine hitting on her future son, we would never have the Game of Thrones, so...
I know, they should put me in it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I could talk in an accent, for
So
sure.
back to your question, it was, when did you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think it occurs to you that it's a classic for all time, but I remember the screening that happened in Hollywood for industry and everything, and people are usually a little relaxed, tepid in their response to things, and the applause the movie got just said, wait a minute, this is something different. because people from the very beginning, they just loved the movie. I mean, people went crazy.
Bob's Vegas had a thing in his wall. He had two things. He had a script page from Jewel of the Nile.
I remember.
What was the first one?
Yeah, Jewel of the Nile. Yeah.
The first one was with Michael Douglas. And,
Romancing the Stone.
Romancing the Stone. And he shot it at night in the jungle of the rain. And the thing was, he said, Exterior Night Jungle Rain. He said, if I ever see that in the script, I'm not doing it. But he also had to think of a page from the focus group they did from that first screening. And there was some kid from Tarzana who wrote, Back to the Future is the most fucking godly movie I've ever seen. And then he saw that and he knew he had to do it.
The Channel 7, the local TV station in Los Angeles, Gary Franklin, he gave it 7 out of 10 stars. The outrage of the audience in letters was so great that he had to go back on the air and kind of said, okay, I watched it again. I'll give it another star. But people immediately both loved the movie and were defensive about the movie. They were saying, this is a classic for all time. So it was quite a thing.
Chris, from your perspective, obviously having such an amazing resume and being involved in so many franchises even, what was...
I would never have been done were it not for this film. That was kind of gave me a career.
Yeah?
So to speak.
Jim was pretty good. Jim on Taxi was pretty great.
Yeah.
Did you, as an actor with already a long resume, when you saw the script, did you already see the magic on the page when you were first looking at this script?
I did get that right off the bat. In fact, I declined, and I won't tell that story right now, but I sort of came to my senses and it worked out.
What is it about 2018 that it seems like every week I'm seeing some other rumor about Back to the Future, and I know it's been debunked many times. There's not going to be a Back to the Future 4, but what is it about 2018 that just keeps the chatter going and keeps people putting more word out there about Back to the Future, because the conversation doesn't stop?
Basically, I think America's saying, come on, they've wrecked every other franchise with bad sequels. Why not this one? Come on, we want to watch it until it sucks.
We want more until there should be more. There already should be. But
Bob Nichols and Bob Gale is especially a really great gatekeeper of the franchise. And there's people ask me to do an event associated with that or an ad or something. And I was just, I call them up and I say, "Listen, Bob," and say, "Don't do it," whatever. But they really are vigilant about it. They really know it's something special, and they don't want to. How do you overexpose it? It's only exposed, but they're really careful with it.
yeah.
And it protects all of us. It's great. The more they protect the franchise, the more it protects all of us and our relationship with the group.
Although I see a lot of hoverboards out there, I think we can do without Back to the Future 4, but we're all pretty much upset that there are no hoverboards and no flying cars. Would any of you actually drive a flying car if given to you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
Like in LA, you would drive a flying car?
Sure, why not? I'm a game girl. I flew a Piper Cherokee, a Cessna, out of Van Nuys, so I would do that. But I'm so impressed with all these people in these vests. It's 100 degrees and everybody's wearing a vest.
I lose 5 pounds a day wearing that thing. It was so hot. And I had a silly Velcro Mylar cap on. because I hated the wardrobe too. It looked great, but it was everywhere. But I dreamed of seeing Chris and Teen Wolf and having hair glued to my face. So it was easy.
Leah, you mentioned actually earlier the takeaway of this movie, the great message. Aside from don't hook up with your son in the past, you know, very specific situation that most of us won't encounter. But what do you, I mean, kind of talk about the message. What is the takeaway for you? What is the message of this film?
Well, I don't know. I think we all have different opinions about that, but I always thought that this movie was so powerful to show to your children because it's the idea that if you do the right thing, if you have the courage, if you stand up for yourself at the right moment of your life, you can change not only your future, but your children's future. And I think that's really important message, you know. I don't know, I've always found that to be a really deep part of the movie. And what's so great about this movie for me is that I'm a director now, so I've watched it with different eyes as I grew as an artist, and there's so many different levels that people can appreciate this movie. You know, the young boys can appreciate the amazing stunts and amazing fun things that Michael did with the skateboard and the way he tripped and fell over and spit. Like, you know, he just was such a great comedian. And then, you know, you can each level you can appreciate the movie on a different one. You know, if you're a mother or a grandma or a father, you can appreciate this movie from different perspectives.
I know a lot of, often people come up to me and say that they chose to be an engineer or a surgeon or an architect, something having to do with the sciences, inspired by watching this film from when they were toddlers. This film inspired them, gave them a clue what they wanted to do with their own lives. Which is pretty great.
And so many have come to me. It's inspiring. They were inspired to become mafia thugs because of my performance. And that's a beautiful thing that movies can do. To ignite a spark in a child to become a hitman or some juice man for the mob. You don't know.
I mean, actually, Tom, like it's a relevant question. Like, was there ever any potential for redemption for Biff? Like, was there ever a chance, like, where this guy could have, like...
Well, I'll tell you something. The power of love is a curious thing. Makes a one man weep, makes another man sing. Change your heart to a little white love. More than a feeling, it's a power of love.
Don't sing any more of that.
Don't get started to ride that train. I don't forget the rest of the words, and this thing makes me go off. I don't know if there are redemption for people like that, maybe in another movie. But since I was bullied a lot. I was a small kid. I had asthma. I missed a lot of school. I was beaten up by bullies all through school. And then later, when I was a junior, senior in high school, I just grew to be big. When I was the arts kid, I played the tuba in the band. I was on the debating team. So I wanted to point that out. That it's wrong to bully people, and that they should lose, and that there's nothing redeeming about it. You know, in acting school, the acting teachers will say, you have to find yourself in the character, you have to find what's human about them. And honestly, with my experience, I could not. Because there was nothing human about it, and nothing redeeming about it. It's a bad person that needs to be punched in the face. And it happens in the movie, and you know, that's the big, my mom sees the movie, and my mom, like your mom, expected me to play a handsome prince in the movies. Expected me to sing a lovely song to the young lady, or be wearing a tuxedo like Clark Gable, and I end up in this movie where I'm a horrible person. And I get punched by George McFly, I spin and fall on the ground, and my mom goes, yes! So, no. So he's unconscious, and that's good. Yeah. And he ends up simmering. You know, your new boss here, Mr. That thing.
Yeah.
That's.
Well, Mike, did they talk to you? Because Marty obviously has some anger management issues. Like, there's some rage underneath the surface there.
You like to be called poultry.
Yeah. Well, where did that come from? Did Bob Gale talk about, like, was he called chicken a lot? Like, where did that kind of anger come from in that character?
I don't know where how Bob's Mantis and Bob Gale have such amazing minds. Like to be on the set with them, and especially Bob because he's the director. Like you'll get into some situation and it'll be something's not working, some computer's not working, that makes this work, that makes that fall down, that makes this jump up, that makes this fly away, and it won't work. And you know that it's like 2 in the morning and you figure they're gonna call it, we'll go home and he'll figure this out and come back tomorrow and get it. No way, he'll sit there and he'll work on that until he gets it. And it's usually better than it was in the first place. And it's the same way with the elements of the character. They're so
Well, it was just like, you know, Marty does have like that anger.
yeah. So they put the scene where they needed a hook and this chicken thing, and it was so funny. We sort of have like when I found that needle was trying to play on the screen, and I said, "Don't call me chicken needles." And we gave chicken needles, and it just logging an idea and because it's dumb, it becomes brilliant over time. It's confused with everything else.
Yeah.
So the chicken thing, which made no sense to me at first, I love when I started looking at it. This guy just didn't like to be, Marty has a relationship, his best friend is a 50-year-old scientist. Marty's in love with Marty. Some strange Marty in the first place. So, I mean, where did they meet?
Yeah.
Any weird wrinkle, like, they let go chicken, it's easy to, Marty's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, for an engineer.
Well, I mean, I think like me personally, not being like a big kid, like, and facing off against bullies or whatever, like the takeaway from that story is that it's not going to get you anywhere to like give into that anger. That you're actually, by outsmarting and by pulling back from the anger, like that's going to make you the hero of the story, or put you.
I can really relate to that. When I started asking me to do the film, they said my agent said it's a skateboarding, guitar playing teenager who loves girls. And I said, okay, good, I'm in. And they go, what it really got after a while was that bullying about being a small guy that nobody understands, and looking up at this seamless guy who nobody understands, and it just getting through a lot of really tough stuff.
Yeah.
And realizing when there are things you need to do that are important that have value, you have to do them at whatever cost. You have to put yourself to the totally.
Yeah. And Chris, when you're Chris, when you're approaching Emmett Brown, in your head, what were you seeing was the reason why Doc Brown would want to hang out with a kid who doesn't seem like he's particularly good at science. It doesn't seem like, he's like, what was, when you're creating that character, what was the appeal of hanging out with this kid?
I thought it was the other way around, that the kids hanging out with me. But either way, Marty seemed interested in what I was doing. A little bit, he'd see me around with him, was doing this and that. And kind of started hanging around. And he was useful to me because I could assign him different errands and do this and do that. So we sort of became dependent on each other in a certain sense. And, yeah. And then we were a team,
there's something special about this guy that it doesn't necessarily seem like George McFly is necessarily being the most active father figure. So you have this mentor character that sees promise in Marty. Was that?
Yeah, and also he wanted to know the things, why I did and how I did the things I did. He had a real curiosity and interest in it, so that's very flattering.
Yeah.
Why are you interested in the guy interested in him?
And with the character of Lorraine, I mean, like, she really pops off the screen. Like, she is energetic. Like, was that all on the script for you, or was there ever any kind of like a little bit of pushback with the Bobs, or like, you know, no, she wouldn't say this, or this is what a real young woman of that, you know, of that age might be like?
Well, it was a great story, and we were all trying to be of service for the story and kind of create what I like about the movie so much is that we all had kind of different styles of comedy from the way I look at it now. We were all doing kind of different styles. I mean, Crispin was doing this weird commedia dell'arte thing with like, like weird gestures. I mean, and I was doing this kind of classic sex pot from, you know, and it wasn't like something that came naturally to me. I was creating.
Yeah, right.
And we were in service of the story, and I was trying to create this person that you could believe could fall in and out of love with their son in like 1 second, you know? And that was really it. And I was always so interested. Do you remember when we were shooting the scene where I kissed you in the car? And they were all so nervous that we could pull off this moment where I would be like, it's like kissing my brother. Like when I could just fall right out of love with him. So I was always so, I love the characters so much because they had so much riding on the acting. Not just the words, but our acting. And I think that, you know, just like they were talking about their relationship, it didn't matter. You really didn't need to explain it. It was one of those things that you just, because of their camaraderie, because of their acting, you fell for it right away. And you didn't need to explain it. And that was one of the beautiful things about the script. And we all worked really hard. We all worked very hard.
I think it's a part of its great success is if you look at the performances individually, everyone was making unusual choices. You know, everyone was doing a thing that was not vanilla. You know, that was a real character. It just so happened with an excellent script and all these performances, they just interlocked together perfectly. And that's what, in my opinion, makes for a classic for all time. I mean, if you look at the things that I'm doing, and look at the thing, as Leigh said, look at the things that Crispin was doing like opposite me in those bullying scenes. If you look at it individually, it's crazy.
Big
It's
performance.
but then you look at it all together, it's like, oh my gosh, it's not crazy, it's perfect.
And I remember, Michael, you would work on those little moments when you kicked up the, you know, when you slide across the car. You would work on them for a long time. It was precision. It was comedy precision.
Watch the movie. It's like a Buster Keaton movie.
It's
Physical. It
unbelievable.
really is. He goes across the hood of the car fast, and just with one hand catches the opposite side of the car, and it's like he's in the car, and it started. It's just brilliant.
Was it
Physical
threatening?
comedy.
You know, I do that stuff because, like, people ask me about doing stunts and stuff, and I said, you just do it. Like I can't, like me walking down the street, I can't bowl for you. But I did a movie about bowling, and I learned how to bowl, and I got to play bowler, so I bowled, and I could spin and curve and all that stuff. 2 weeks after the movie was over, I went bowling, and I just really got it every time. It didn't stay with me, but I can act it. I can act like I can do it. So when I do those things, I would just be thinking about Mission Impossible, the TV show, not the movies. When I was a kid, Mission Impossible, or Mannix, or any of those, or Starsky and Hutch. And I just try to do that stuff.
Yeah.
But I used to, when I was a kid, my mom took me to the store to get eggs or something, and the trip across the parking lot would be like a movie. Be like da 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 da. Making my way around the security guard at the mall. So it was great opportunity for me to just throw everything into the pot. And the other thing that I think about with movies, as you all know, I was not the first actor to play Marty McFly, so I came on 5 weeks after the film started, and they just threw me into it. And I was talking, Wednesday, I was not doing a movie. By Monday, I was in a parking lot in Pacoima with flames running between my legs. And I was in it. And here we go. And I was doing Back to the Future at family times in the daytime, Back to the Future at night. And my life was just a blur. And I was doing all this work with these amazing actors. And I remember waiting backstage to go do a scene for Family Ties. And just as my cue was coming up, I freaked out because I couldn't find my video camera. And I realized I don't have a video camera for this. Video camera did everything. And so when the movie came out, it shocked me because I had no idea what it was going to be because I had no chance to live with it before we did it, to understand what we were going to do, and I had no time to live with it after we did it. And I went to London to do the film, and it just happened overnight. It was like bang.
Well, and Tom, to your point, you say everybody's sort of doing different things, and it all kind of clicked together. This amazing combination, and then you have to do it again. Come back for a sequel, and everybody has to like click together in that same way again. Was there ever any anxiety when you're coming back for part 2, as far as like, well, can we pull this unique combination off again? I'd like to hear from all of you on that.
I was pretty tense about it because I was doing a lot of different now. It was exploding. Different ages, different characters, a gunslinger in the West, Griff, his own grandson, different, a paradox, this, all that stuff. So I was really freaked out. So I was watching the first movie to see what I did. I went to all kinds of things. I went to different colored highlighters so that I would know kind of color code, all the different biffs and various things. So I was sort of trying to keep up.
Killed it. Killed it, and you nailed everyone.
Is your own body. So it really was things I could do with my jaw. Mad Dog just has, just like hangs his jaw down. All the different ones just have different Griff with just movements. I just had these weird, movements that he would have, and they said, oh, he, during an operation they put in implants and something like just something different. Yeah. Because you're one person with one set of vocal cords. So Mad Dog had to be like this, and Old Biff had to be like this, and Young Biff was still up here, so you just kind of gradations of all the different. Yeah, hey McFly! Hey McFly! Hey McFly!
That's now somebody's like ringtone. That exists now, yeah. How about you, like when you're approaching?
I love the idea of playing all these different characters, and I still, on my reel, I still have Lorraine McFly from Back to the Future too, because no one will let me play that part, like that drunk diva broad. And so I still have her. You were the one who wanted me to have these things. No one will let me play that part. They still think I'm cute. Excited to get the team back together because it was so exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny to kind of take for granted it, but this movie Back to the Future was #1 for the entire summer except for 1 week.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't happen anymore, and it was quite a spectacular ride. So I was excited, but I was sad that Crispin wasn't in the movie because it was hard for it was hard to be Lorraine without.
I credit, and if we can, just credit Crispin a lot. Just absolutely brilliant performance. Brilliant. Unbelievable. I auditioned with him first when they paired pair people up, and I say, Tom, why don't you go off with Crispin, Bob go off with Ted, and we went off to behind a hedge at Universal, and we do the scene together. We fly. He finished my whole, and he turned it. Well, I just, and immediately I thought, well, I probably won't get this because it's a big movie, but if they don't hire him, they are out of their minds because he's fantastic. I wasn't in movies. I was hoping I'd get cast as one of Biff's gang members because I was on a very special Night Rider. I was in the Kentucky Fried Chicken biscuit commercials. I introduced biscuits, so you're welcome.
Were you scared to do Back to the Future too?
I was like dreading the first night I was called back because they were going to reshoot part of the end of the first one when we pull off, and I go to this, really yelling on the street, plea, and I thought I just never would get back there again. They were shooting that the first night. Yeah. And they were doing the scene where I'm up on a ladder doing stuff, and me in another time zone down below handing me a pair of pliers or something. And I thought that, I just didn't know whether to get that.
That blew your mind?
Huh?
That blew your mind? It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, so, but the rest of it was okay. I had,
Go ahead. No.
I usually try to memorize my lines, know my lines for the next week. So I'd spend a week getting a week from then, memorized the week before I got to that day. And then there was an accident with the people. Yeah. And suddenly for a while, every day was an unscheduled day because they had to adjust the schedule. And I was going crazy because I didn't know what was going to be on the next day. And the next day was not expected the same shit. So I just had to sit out and memorize the whole thing so I could go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
It was all right.
You had a pretty busy schedule, and then you're coming back for the sequel.
A lot of stuff happened. In the first movie, my father passed away, my son was born. I moved to a new house, and there was just a lot of stuff going on. I was doing the last scene with Family Ties. But that aside, what struck me about doing 2 and 3 and what the attitude was about it, after doing one would be such a big success, they didn't do that 2 and 3 thing. We were the first to do that. Now they do the Marvel things and they're laid out for 8 movies. In fact, we were going to do 3 was really revolutionary. Yeah. And when we were taking into it, now when we were coming in and doing this movie and throwing on our heart and shoulders and hoping it sticks, we knew this was a franchise. We knew there were big expectations. There were corporate mandates. There was stuff up in the Black Tower. The first movie we made, nobody bugged us. They're making a time travel movie. Leave them alone. And so then we made 2 and 3 and a lot of expectations. And although they were hugely successful, people still quibble with because they're not. Everybody loves Once Upon a Time. Everybody loves Happily Ever After. Stuff in the middle is tough to do, and I think we did it well. Yeah. But I wanted to say. I wanted to say one thing about these guys. Tom was amazing. I love Roy when you check on physicality. The way you played your physicality against my physicality was great because you could crush me. But you made people able to suspend their disbelief and think that I could hit you or I could stand up to you or I would. And you're just so always there. The light was always on when I looked in your eyes. And I was unclear.
You were pretty good yourself.
And Leah, I couldn't have done those scenes. Like I said, a little scrambles to do the show, and waking up and getting out of bed in my underwear, that scene, of all the scenes we did together, that scene was the scene when I knew this was really magic, it was really something special. We'd done a few scenes before that, and I had seen Leah Morgan, and I knew she was great. But doing this scene with her was when I woke up to what a great opportunity I had to work with some good people. And I just want to say about this guy. He talks about memorizing his lines. The thing that Chris did is that there's a thing in acting, what we call exposition, or carrying the pipe, like laying the pipe. Saying, like in a movie like that, there's all these rules. You gotta go here, 88 miles an hour, by that, and somebody's got to tell you all those rules. And then normally when they tell you all those rules, it's really boring. And then they say, remember to be back by midnight, your head will fall off. And it's boring. But Chris, all Chris's stuff was exposition. He was telling you how it worked and what was going to happen. And we were as wrapped by his performance as we were by the information. He just brought this blinding talent to the problem, and no one's done it that way since. No one did that before.
I gotta say that Bob Gale wrote those wordy, endless, pseudo-scientific speeches so well that they were so actable. It wasn't just, it was exposition, but it was written in a way that just fit the mode of the character. And I know that a lot of what I got in those speeches was the way Bob Gale wrote them. They wrote them to be done and acted, and they weren't just, I think I've made my point.
You know what they always say about a good musical is that, you speak until you can't speak anymore and you have to sing. And that's how I felt like you did it. It was like he was so passionate about what he was saying, he had to be big and exciting, you had to be passionate. It was really a remarkable experience. It took a lot of energy.
I think Chris and I had a conversation, as Chris and Mike, until part 2. Because you were always so watching your shit and just doing your thing, and I don't think we ever had a conversation. And we liked each other, and you say, how do you like Chris? I love Chris. I don't know him. I know Doc is great. And it's really nice because I say that because we've developed a friendship over the years. It's really separate and apart from movies, and I was happy just knowing Doc, but knowing Doc and Chris. It's double duty.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Is there like a particular scene or moment of one another's that if you're flipping through the channel you stop on, you just have to watch the acting from your colleagues? Like any scene that you happen to really like flipping through on the TV?
I always love seeing at the beginning of the movie, but then she comes in this smoke and she slams the cake down. Malcolm Joey. It's like that thing I love about Lucille Ball or whoever, like beautiful women, attractive people that will make themselves look unattractive to be funny. And it's a special thing when someone who is that thin and that pretty and charming can become this grizzled, craggy, smoking, dropping bombs. That's talent.
Remember that day? He couldn't stop laughing at Crispin when he goes, ha ha
trying to get him to take people to dance. And he was just like, he did this thing where he grabbed a broom on the porch, and he wanted to get a big sweep with the broom, like sweeping off the porch, I guess. And Bob said, what are you doing with the broom? And I went, Chris, what are you doing with the broom? He said, I'm giving you a sweep of indignation. He said, so you have a sweep of indignation. But he would just get these things in his hand, and 9 times out of 10 they were brilliant. Like, brilliant. 1% they were a little crazy. But 9 times out of 10, he would do stuff that just, the time would come for you to respond, and you'd be taken out of the character to just watch him. And he's amazing.
You want me to touch her fair?
You mean you want me to touch her on her titties?
And he did the hair.
Everything. Good stuff.
But going from Back to the Future, which by the way goes into some pretty dark places, but then you head into Back to the Future 3. Was that, I know Chris, you talked before about like being a fan of like Wild West movies, and like you got to have a love interest in Back to the Future Part 3, and was that overall like the most, I guess, fun to shoot, fun installment?
You love that.
Yeah, I mean, there was horseback riding. That was kind of cool. All the work on that steam engine, where we're hanging on the steam engine, we're going about 30 miles an hour. All the steam engine's got all these parts that move, and if you got a limit there, it would come off. So you had to pay attention. And then Doc had romance. Clara, I mean, forget about it.
It's a beautiful shot of Mary at the train station in that purple dress. The big wide shot of the train comes in. It's just such a gorgeous, classic movie shot. I love watching all of those things. There's a long shot in the beginning of the town picnic, you know, the third one. All these long shots that are just beautiful.
Yeah.
And plenty of riding that Ben Scott, my stunt double, did. We did all these Texas switches. He rides like crazy on horseback. It's amazing. Yeah, whipping the horse like that. And he kind of gets off the horse and just sort of rocks behind a tree, and I walked out from behind the tree. And it was, wow, Tom, you could really ride. Well, thank you.
They had a super crazy stuff because they had me. I didn't realize I just been married. My wife was a big question, but she made me buy a horse. I bought a horse. We eventually had an agreement that I would get on his back and I'd get him mine. but when we were doing Back to the Future, there was a scene where the train is going down through this kind of close canyon, and there's a big rock wall here, and where you go to the rock wall, where yours is the train. And I had to take the horse and gallop through the middle between the two. And I was like, is there a stuntman to do this? He said, nobody talked about it, but we can do it. And the look on my face, when I looked panic on that day, I had pants full of poop. And I was terrified. I couldn't believe that we were doing it. There's a lot of stuff like that in the movie.
Walter Scott was the stunt coordinator.
Yeah.
And when Bob Zemeckis was shooting it, a lot of the shots, we had to be in the shot. Especially physical stuff that I would do, you did. And Walter was fun, because Bob would say, you know, Walter, you think Tom can gallop the horse with him? Of course he can! Look at him. Walter, shut up! I don't know. But he would just say, oh, sure he can. Now get up there and be careful.
Remember Charlie Crown?
Oh, sure.
Charlie Crown was my stunt double. He was a great guy. Now he's the stunt coordinator on Animal Kingdom, which is a great show. There's a lot of major stuff, but Charlie was great because he could do anything. He'd go like, and he made me look good. But he'd fall off stuff and get knocked over by stuff. I'd say, he was the same thing. There'd be like a scene, and not in this thing, but let's say there's a surfing movie, and they said, Charlie, can you surf? I can surf. I mean, and he like learn that night and go back the next day and surf. Just amazing the confidence these guys have, the physicality.
They actually dragged Charlie through all those planks, you know, in the western town.
Yeah.
It was a big thing. They just had a bunch of wood up. They tied Charlie to the horse and just dragged him out and see what happens. Rolling. How you doing, Charlie? Oh, fine. Fine.
Well, and Tommy, well, you talked before. You had like a bunch of like the old school cowboy actors on set as well, including the guy that taught you how to draw.
What a thrill! What a thrill! It was well, they said, Tom, you're going to be a gunslinger. It's Buford Mad Dog Town, so you're going to have to learn to ride a horse, and quick draw a gun, rope above your head, and all that stuff. Wow, what a thrill! So a kid from Philadelphia who had ridden subways in his life. So I learned to ride from Corky Randall, who taught John Ford how to ride, who rode with John Wayne and all those people. Learned roping from Ben Scott, learned quick draw, if I could demonstrate, from Arvo Ojala, who was an old man at the time, but he was Hollywood's historic quick draw expert, the slowest, fastest man I've ever seen. He said, Tom, this is Arvo, he's going to teach you. Whoa, Tom, well now, see, if you're going to learn how, you first hit your thumb on the tree. You understand again? So it was just what a thrill at a time, and even now when big westerns like that weren't being made, where we had cattle on the set and the three guys in the saloon, Doug Taylor, Harry Carey Jr., and Pat Buttram, historic Hollywood cowboys, just amazing. You know those guys. Clint Eastwood is the biggest, the other belly in the West. But those guys, so what a thrill. Who doesn't, of the guys out there, want to be the guy who pushes open the saloon doors and everyone just clears out? You know, that creepy thing? You just, I mean, that, like, just, ching, ching, ching. He's here. All the tables clear out and McFly. You know, that was cool. I was cool, but I try to tell my kids in a brief window, I was really, really cool. Back off a cliff.
Were you any good at the quick draw?
I was actually always asking Arvo because maybe he was just saying this. I practiced hard. And I said, okay, Arvo, where do I stack up? And he said, I would say you're at a tie with Kevin Costner in Silverado for being the fastest actors, because both of us, because both of you guys were really trying. You really wanted to be fast. You weren't saying, okay, I'll just do the gun. Back to your point. Michael Caine in a movie, and he's learning fencing, and the fencing instructor's really trying to get his time and everything. He says, I don't have to know how to fence. I have to look like I know how to fence. So it's like you're trying to fake it, but in quick drawing a gun, there's a big shot of just me, where I had to draw the gun, shoot it, and put it back in the holster. So I had to actually do it.
Think about calling Costner getting together and using real bullets?
Yeah.
Instead of the first brawl?
Right. No. It was a big thrill, and people always ask me, what was your favorite one to play? And Buford Mad Dog Town that was really fun.
Well, before we wrap up, I am curious. Like, there are so many internet theories out there about Back to the Future, including like that Marty dies in the tunnel in Part 2, that George McFly recognizes that Marty is Calvin Klein, and it's his son. There's a lot of them out there. You guys have probably heard these theories. You haven't heard these? Okay, well this question is going to just fall flat. Okay, so I will just scratch it. Guys, have you heard any of these theories?
I heard I died last weekend.
Those rumors were grossly exaggerated.
I was at the beach. Chris, has anybody brought up any of
about what Doc was actually up to, or that he had that Marty died in the tunnel, or anything like that?
I may not have been paying attention, but no.
There's a lot of internet lore.
These are on the dark web. Not on my Instagram.
I know, that's where I'm getting all these questions. I gotta scratch a couple of those. What's that? Broke Back to the Future. That was great, by the way. That was like in the early days of like the internet mashup. Do you remember? What's that?
It's funny.
Eli Making Cam and then the soundtrack from Brokeback Mountain playing. And it was Brokeback to the Future. It was great. Bring you up questions.
Love story.
Well, but again, before I let you guys go, I know you're going to be here this weekend, but anything that you want to talk about, upcoming projects, anything you want to throw out there? I know you have directed a movie with your daughters. It is The Year of Spectacular Men, correct?
Yes, I directed a movie called The Year of Spectacular Men. It's on iTunes and Amazon, and you can rent it. And my daughter wrote it, starred in it, and scored it along with her sister Zoe Deutsch and Maddie Deutsch. And I'm super proud of it. And so I've been kind of concentrating more on we love our kids, right? We love our kids.
I love our kids.
Yes, yeah, and I'll be directing the Goldbergs too. So. What's going on?
I'm acting right now with DC Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes!
And I'm, loving my kids. My son was recently drafted by the New York Mets, the world's greatest sports organization. So I'm watching a lot of baseball on the internet, and we're having fun. We're having fun with the kids. So still active. It's keeping busy.
I'm doing little films coming right up in Georgia about people in old age home. Yeah, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a play in New York. I'll explain.
The Life of Ezra Pound, correct? Pound, correct? On our Broadway, yeah.
That's so cool.
And recently named Philanthropist of the Year by Variety.
Cheerlead, but there are people that know the science and do the work. They're brilliant. And I'll pass that on to them. I have 4 kids too. They're all grown up. My youngest is 16. So I'm having a great time in my life. I'm getting used to them as adult people. And then getting older. In fact, my son is taller, more handsome, and smarter than me. And then work-wise, I'm doing a few things. I'm doing a independent movie later this summer. And I've been playing a series of lawyers on these scenes.
All bad guys, yeah.
Well, I like the fact that people with disabilities can be assholes too. They're not always stopping me on music when the wheelchair comes in. I mean, the guy might be a jerk.